Josh with Haunt Talk. This episode we are going to do a review on Erebus Haunted House in Pontiac, Michigan.
Yes.
That was a drive.
Yes, it was a drive. 4 hours. It wasn't really as bad of a drive as I thought it was.
No.
There was some things along the way and stuff.
And a hotel to sleep in.
Yeah, I would
That's definitely something to invest in.
Yeah, I know some people just go. It was like, we needed someplace to stay. But we also went to some other ones that we went out there, which you have to watch other episodes to see that review. I'm not going to tell you which ones.
I'm not going to give it away.
No.
Stupid.
We're not going to tell you that we also went to Terror Town and the Haunted Farm of Terror up there. So, no.
That would be stupid.
That'd be really stupid of us. Mm-hmm. No, I'm just not going to tell you what we give.
Yeah. Anyhow, so this whole review thing we got going on here.
Yeah, so what was this? Erebus has just been a place, it's been on Travel Channel a lot, so this is one place I'm going to say definitely get to early. But we've heard about it.
For another reason also, which we will mention later
Yeah,
on.
we had heard about it a lot on TV and stuff. It's always been one we really wanted to go to, which is why we made the drive up there. You know, it always looked like it was a very interactive kind of haunt, which we were not wrong. So I guess we'll just get right into the review then.
Actors, we gave an 8.
Yeah.
There was not a ton.
Yes. There was not an overabundance of them. A lot of them were controlling like puppets and stuff, but there wasn't a ton of actors. When I didn't really notice it at the time. I didn't really need them that much. Which is kind of a weird thing to say. It's probably the only haunted house I've ever really said that.
Because there's some haunted houses you go through and it's like, okay, there needs to be actors in here. But I didn't have that thought once during this. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Right, very, very smart design. So, I mean, the action read it. But the ones that were there did a pretty good job.
Yeah. Yeah, that one at the very beginning had quite a bit of lines.
Yeah.
And it was flawless.
Yeah, most actors that were there did have some lines and stuff, which was cool. So it wasn't nearly as generic as a lot of them are.
Yeah, it was all very smooth feeling.
Right. So, I mean, the actors, so there wasn't a lot of them. The ones that did there did a good job.
Props, we gave a 9.5.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Yeah, Erebus, it's the kind of place you almost go to because of a lot of the props.
Yeah. There's things we had heard about before going that I'm like, how are they gonna... They bury you alive.
Yeah, that's a thing that happens. Which, if you don't know what that is exactly, I don't really want to ruin it for you, but they put you in a small room and they give you the sensation of being buried alive. It's something that no other haunt that I know of has, and it's pretty awesome, and it's very effective too.
Yeah. We would have given this a 10 on props if it wasn't for the fact there was a lot. There was a lot. And a couple of them maybe didn't need to be there.
Right, they could have put something a little bit different there. They have a lot of these, which are cool. They're very violent, actually. These, ape-like creatures. And they're not...
Apes or yetis, I'm not sure which ones.
Yeah, all kinds of these things. They come out and they grab you and they, pull you and stuff. They literally come out and they slam their hands on you. A couple, one of them jabbed me in the side.
One got one of the other people in the man parts.
In the man parts.
Yeah.
Then there's another thing, though. It's like this huge punching bag that comes out. You don't punch that thing. Because the person that was in front of me punched it, and it came back and hit me in the face and hit him in the back of the head really hard. So don't punch the punching bag when it comes flying at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let it hit you. It'll be alright.
Yeah. Well. But there is a lot of grabbing props, which I like. If you're going to have animatronics and props in an abundance, I think they should be interactive.
They're all used very well. You'll get to see a T-Rex, which you might even miss, but it's really cool the way that was incorporated in.
Yeah.
A claustrophobia tunnel, which, that's kind of a prop. I will talk about that more in design, though, but I've never seen one used that way. There's walls that move. There's walls that'll trap you and block you up from other people.
The whole place is just very interactive, which is awesome. I love that.
Yeah, it did not let down at all, which I guess probably leads us more into design.
Yes, which we gave a 10.
Yeah.
I've never seen
a place designed like this.
Yeah. Well, their whole theme is a time travel. So you'll randomly walk through these little portal-looking things, which means you're in another time era.
Dimension.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's a really cool idea, and it doesn't feel like a lot of other haunted houses do, really. Yeah. It has a different feel.
Yeah. I want to go back to, because my favorite part of this whole thing was that claustrophobia. Right. It's a half claustrophobia.
Right.
And then sitting on top of it, they have this fog and one of those green lasers. So the whole thing almost looks like you're walking through water.
Right. I think that's what they're going for.
Yes. But it looked exactly there was parts where I'm like, am I gonna walk into water here? Because it just looks, this mist over the whole thing just looks like foggy water.
Yeah,
it was like the coolest looking thing I've ever seen.
It was really cool the way they did it, and the cool thing about it being a half, because you start, I mean, that's like only to here, but then you get deeper in like a blackish hallway, then you go into this huge room like that, and there's people that pop up, but then the cool part is once you get to the end, you actually walk under, and it becomes a full claustrophobic room, so it's like you're going underwater.
Yeah.
Just really awesome effect, and usually I'm not a crazy fan
of claustrophobia. Right, I was about to say the same thing, but when it's done like that, that was amazing.
It's probably one of my favorite, there's a lot of my favorite parts of it, but...
Yeah. Another one of my favorite parts is right towards the very beginning. They have you against this wall, and they tell you, like, you can't step into this abyss. And what they have, it looks like water. And then the wall starts moving and pushing you closer and closer to it. Right,
because how the effects created, if you ever look, like those boxes with the infinity mirrors, like you look to the end, they have, like, those on the ground.
Yeah. It was so awesome.
It was so awesome.
Like, I knew, obviously, I wasn't going to step off into nothing, but it felt like you were going to.
Right, but there's a small ledge there, so when you do step off, it feels a little bit like you're...
yeah.
going to fall to your death. You know you're not, but it's just like,
Yeah, just that feeling of like, oh, what could happen? Which I wish more places would do. Mm-hmm. The way the design of this place is, I wish more haunted houses would do.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing.
It is really amazing. There's a lot of amazing things that we could talk about, but you should really just go experience it for yourself.
Yeah. We'll get into value. It's $28 and it's about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Value for us, I would say, is a 10 because...
Right. What?
We got these awesome shirts. We didn't know that when we got into the line, but we paid the $28 for the ticket, and she hands us this little stub and said the first 200 people in line get vouchers for free t-shirts.
Yeah.
So that's freaking awesome. A 30-minute long haunted house plus a t-shirt for $28. That's ballin'.
Right.
But however, they get busy as...
They get really busy.
Yeah.
Because we passed by there later after going to another one. Yeah, or looking around for another one, and the line was just all the way down the street. That was only like an hour after we had gone in.
Yeah. So I would get there as close to opening as possible, which was 6 o'clock?
Yeah, they open at 6. They open early.
Yeah,
and, well, they open
because they know they're going to be.
Right, because after being on TV, and their name is pretty well out there.
Yeah. So we did a 7, because that is what most people are going to get. To be within the first 200, you're going to have to be there at opening, if not before.
And I don't know if they do that all the time. They did that when we were there, though.
Yeah.
But...
I was super stoked on that shirt, though.
Yeah, so, the value is above average simply because the haunt is long and so good. For $28 is one of the most expensive single haunts.
Yes.
Because, there's not multiple haunts. It's about as long as... It's probably, though... It's close to being as long as it would be if you go to, like, a carnival haunt kind of place, which is a whole bunch. But... So $28 is really up
there. For the
there.
things you're going to experience here, it's worth $28.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it, but it is high, which is why I got the 7.
Yeah. Overall, we gave a 9.5. Had they not had as many grabby, like, almost repetitive props, it probably would have been 10 because this place is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the only problem is there's a couple spots, not a lot, but there's a couple spots that it's a little bit repetitive, and you're kind of like, well, this is kind of a little bit similar to another scare they have. Like, they have one scare where there's, like, a big spike wheel coming at you and something hits you from the, like, underneath. But they have another scare very early in the haunted house. It's like this, but a body flies at you, and then something, like, else tries to startle you.
Yeah.
But those are really minor complaints still.
Yeah, because honestly, even with minor complaints, I can't really complain.
Yeah.
It's just a really awesome.
Yeah, definitely check this place out. If you, it's worth the drive. If you're watching these from the other Ohio haunt reviews, it's definitely worth the drive to go up there and see it, I would say.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Make the time.
Mm-hmm. Also, speaking of making time, I've heard about this documentary thing that's like 2 hours long.
It is. It's like 2 hours long, and it's really awesome. I think it has, Wells Township Haunted House?
I think Factory of Terror.
Squatson Laboratory?
And Bloodview. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bloodview,
there it
the
is.
one.
And it says that it's on Vimeo on demand, and for the reasonable price of $5 to rent or $10 to buy, that's less than the admission of any of these places. So, you should watch the review, and you'll see how amazing these places are. It's like a preview. Be like, well, this is the one I should go to. So,
We're full of uploads.
Yeah, and you get to see all kinds of awesome behind-the-scenes stuff. And
did you see me in it?
Yeah. I think.
I might be in it.
She's in it for like a second.
And you want that.
Oh, yeah, you do see her face in it, so.
Oh, yeah,
right there, that's worth $5.
That's worth the $5.
Or no, you $10 alone, you can put that on your hard drive and use it for later purposes. All right. Thank you very much for watching.
Thanks.
Thanks.